Exercise 2. Reading. Read letters of some pen friends to their Ukrainian friends and say what questions Oksana and Roman asked them. Прочитай листи деяких друзів по листуванню до їхніх українських друзів і скажіть, які питання Оксана і Роман поставили їм. Ми читаємо тексти, виписуємо слова з транскрипції з перекладом незнайомі, можна в зошит, можна в словничок. І в зошиті ви пишете, які, на вашу думку, питання ставили Оксана, щоб отримати таку відповідь, і Роман, текст другий. Dear Oksana, thank you very much for your letter. I was so glad to learn that you had become a champion in swimming in your summer camp. My heartiest congrats. A month ago, the coach of our sea club brought us to the Red Sea. We had never had such a terrific holiday before. As all of us are very good at swimming and diving and are interested in biology, we joined a scientific expedition that was studying the sea life of the Red Sea coast at that time. Luckily, the researchers allowed us to help them in their work and gave us special swimming suits and flippers for diving, so we were able to stay deep under the sea for quite a long time. Thus, we had a chance to observe wildlife. Honestly, we were amazed how beautiful the underwater world was. Millions of brightly colored fish were moving busily around us. I'd never seen so many beautiful fishes before. Crabs, turtles, and sea snakes looked at us curiously and then hurried about their underwater business, disappearing into the depth. While we were working for the expedition, exploring the sea plants and animals in their natural conditions, we made a firm decision to go on studying biology and natural sciences, as the research work became very attractive to us. We talked to our coach, and he approved of our decision. What do you think about it? That's all for now. I've answered all your questions. If you want to know more about my swimming experience, feel free to ask. Remember me to your friends. Yours, Barbara. P.S. In this photo you can see me. Зверніть увагу, діти, в тексті зустрічаються два варіанти вживання множини слова fish. Fish – це і однина, і множина. І ось у вас в першому реченні millions of brightly colored fish were і так далі. Fish – це множина, тут помічник were. Але якщо ви хочете підкреслити, це не норма, а як невеличкий виняток. Якщо ви хочете підкреслити багато видів, різних видів риби, то наступному реченні автори вживають I'd never seen so many beautiful fishes before. Це підкреслюється багато різних видів риби. А взагалі множина fish і однина fish співпадають, як і в першому варіанті. Text 2. Dear Roman, sorry for my long silence. I wasn't at home. I was traveling all around Britain. But first things first. We started with Yorkshire Dales and I was thrilled at the prospect of going there. It was one of those activity places where you get a certificate for climbing a mountain. I felt like a real ranger, exploring forgotten corners of the mountain forests, trying to discover something new. Besides, I wanted to learn everything there was to know about climbing, how to make knots, to tie a climbing rope, and finally, how to help other climbers in case of emergency. I realized that our climbing team is one family, in which every member is responsible for each other. Now, I am an experienced climber, as you are. Furthermore, I went to Scotland. I visited ancient castles and churches. I haven't been to many places yet, except Carnarvon Castle in Wales and Holyrood House in Scotland, but I read and watched a lot of TV programs about traveling to various countries. You'll be surprised to know that I've read about Ukraine recently, and it sounds like a fantastic place. They say there is no need to rack your brains about outings in Ukraine, as the cultural life is intense. It's incredible that nearly every town and city has ancient monuments and museums. They may not be at the top of the list of the most outstanding places, but I think they promise a great enjoyment for a person of any age and background. I told my friends about it. We are like-minded people and usually spend our holidays together. We are interested in history, folk tales, and songs from other countries. And of course, all of us enjoy sightseeing of all kinds. As you see, our interests unite us, and we usually have fun every summer. So we are going to Ukraine for the next summer holidays and feel delighted about it. I must stop here. Hope to meet you when in Ukraine. Take care. Yours, Sam. Now, across cultures, the UK, Yorkshire Dale, an area of countryside valleys and villages in the north of England. Це територія Йоркширський Дейл, територія countryside – це місцевість за містом, сільська місцевість. Valleys – долини, villages – села у північній Англії. It is considered one of the most beautiful areas in England. Вона вважається найчудовішою територією в Англії and is especially popular with British people і особливо популярна серед британських людей on walking holidays для пішохідних прогулянок. Carnarvon Castle. The 13th Century Castle in Wales. Минулому році ми читали про цей замок. Це замок 13-го сторіччя в Уельсі. Фортеця Castle. At a ceremony there in 1969, на церемонії там 1969 році, Prince Charles became official as the Prince of Wales. Принц Чарльз офіційно став принцом Уельським. Ми про це читали, що там перша дитина короля англійського, яка народилася там, стала принцем Уельським. І як наслідок всі старші діти стають принцем Уельським. Ось принц Чарльз – це найстарший син діючої королеви. Holyrood House, a royal palace in Edinburgh used by members of the British royal family when they visit Scotland. Це королівський палац в Единбурзі, Holyrood House, який члени королівської родини використовують, коли відвідують Шотландію. Open to the public at other times. І він в інші часи відкритий для глядачів, коли там немає членів королівської родини. І беремо промовляння. Language track, exercise 3. Phonetics in context. Фонетика. In the text above, у тексті вище, find and reproduce introductory phrases with correct intonation according to the pattern. У тексті вище знайдіть і відтворіть вступні фрази з правильною інтонацією. Піднімаємо голос, якщо у вас є вступне якесь слово, вводне слово. За зразком. Illustrate them with your own examples. Проілюструйте своїми прикладами. Luckily, the researchers allowed us to help them in their work. Luckily, пауза невеличка, піднімаємо голос. І приклад. Luckily, I have got a chance to explore fauna and flora of the Black Sea coast. І ви дзвоните мені з гарним читанням і можете відтворити декілька речень. Можете виписати для себе в зошиті і надіслати мені, записати читання тексту або подзвонити і прочитати.